and special environment in college football. This crowd coming together to make up the 12th man, trying to make it very difficult for any opponent. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Aggies will kick this away to get us going. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Takes the ball and heads to the left. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Knowles. It was a foot race, and he won it.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards and a touchdown. That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
And the 3rd catch signaled for and taken. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Movement at the looking to pass here on 2nd down. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Here's the second down play. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And is intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Touchdown, Florida State. And the defense adds 6 for the interception return. And a pick 6, a monster play by this defense here, Kirk.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. He pulls it in for a big gain. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
With the option keeper here for a big gain for this Texas A&M quarterback, and reminiscent of a guy like Johnny Manziel who could do so much damage when he played for Texas A&M. But they've had others going back to Bucky Richardson. And how about Reggie McNeil? Great history and tradition at College Station with those athletic quarterbacks.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
The pocket breaking down. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Caught on the outside. It's Braves.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the kick will be down just inside the 45. Comes the Florida State offense on the field. From the shotgun, here's an inside give.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Doesn't get rid of the ball. Trapped for a huge loss. Goodness, that is usually a drive killer.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
And it's taken at the 25. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's looking deep here. This one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Most offensive coaches will be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man coverage, but I'm curious to see if they're going to test this DB again after that coverage.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Bringing pressure. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And they'll kick it away here. And the returner will be brought down. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. He's running out of time here. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Ball carrier tackled there. Will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds the receiver wide open. A big play moves the ball across midfield to the opponent's 43.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, the defense does a really nice job here of not only pressuring the quarterback, but not tipping their hand with coverage. They went to double coverage, but didn't show it till late. They confused the quarterback, and they almost came up with an interception.
They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. That's a solid gain to move this winds down.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Florida State 21, Texas A&M 0.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And he's got his man open downfield. Gain moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
And the Knowles looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And it's a touchdown, but hold on here. We have a flag down. Let's check what that's about. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs.
Get set.
Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
But the linebackers and really the quarterback of the defense on this play diagnosed that read quickly and executed it flawlessly. He just flew in and blew up the option play for a loss.
After the big loss on 1st down, it's 2nd and goal, backed up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Caught in the flat by the running back. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down marker.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Pressure is coming. Brought down short of the end zone at the 3. So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. They'll set up at the right hash mark for this chip shot. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. They'll hand it off. They've got him, but not before he makes a 1st down at the 41.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. 1st half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. I got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage here.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. The 1st down pickup tackle at the 45.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
They'll run it here. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
On third down, he drops to throw. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Football knocked loose in the backfield. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Great play by the defender of knocking the ball away to give his defense a chance to recover the football. But, man, the quarterback has to have that internal clock, that situational awareness, pocket awareness, kind of feel the pressure, and most importantly, when you feel it, take care of the football.
The pass rush closing in.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaks loose at the 15. He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. The catch is made along the sideline. Good job getting the foot down. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. The Seminoles come to the line to run the hurry-up.
2nd down.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Launching downfield. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And here comes the Aggies offense. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Can he take it all the way? The 20. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Knowles. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick six. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's an out route, the catch made. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better...
Got him, he's sacked. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Throws to the tight end. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31. Time running down. Just 1 play left here in the half. On first down, it's play action. Running out of time in the pocket. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Noles will kick this away to get the second half going. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last 2 possessions. They get the second half started with their running play. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Running back with the football. Crossing the 40. Breaking free at midfield. Big gain, moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down. Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
And the Seminoles are in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Has caught. Can he get in?
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Noles come to the line with first and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. He's going to lose yardage there. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
That's a pretty good effort by this defense to come up with that loss. Let's face it, it has been a really long game for these guys, but I love that they've not given up and they're still out there fighting.
Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. And they'll get him down that time.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here, whether they run it or throw it. You get a stop here, maybe hold them to 3 points.
That play sets up a third and goal from the 5 now. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Touchdown, Seminoles. And this one is getting ugly. And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
That makes the score Florida State 38.
This one will be fair caught. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Receiver makes the grab. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 33-yard line. This drive is going now.
The slant is a great way to get the ball to your receiver against man coverage, especially if you feel like you've got an advantage on the matchup. Easy throw and completion for the quarterback and receiver.
Lets it go quickly. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Big play. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 35. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking to throw yet again. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down. And the Aggies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The ball carrier is the running back. Gain of 5. Brings up second down.
A gain makes it second and medium. It's a draw play. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes a quick grab.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
And completion makes it second and short. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The Seminoles are looking to keep this drive going.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And then first down, right back to the running game.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. And the interception taken to the house. A pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And the back gets the football. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Trying the old counter play here. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made after a big gain. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if this game can get a little bit more competitive. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Fights off a defender. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, they actually call a play that goes in the wrong direction. It seems like everything they've called has worked out, whether it's on the ground or through the air. And this time, the defense steps up and makes a play.
He's going to hand this off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They ate up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete downfield. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
He'll hand it off. Powers through the tackle. Good enough for first down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Ball handed to the running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Use the running game to chew on his clock now. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Touchdown, Florida State. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
That makes the score Florida State.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And he'll set up to throw. Makes a quick catch. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Here's another interception. Losing track. He goes down quickly, but comes up with a nice interception. First down here for this offense. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Gives it to the back. And that run produces a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Running through the tackle. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
First and 10 play coming up. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
Here's the handoff. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. They feed the fullback this time. Well, the power run is stuffed, barely makes his way back to the line of scrimmage on that one. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Well, this one ended up being a